Good morning, Junie. Don't have any water? Oh, you got water in there. You got water in there. So I see you guys helped yourself to some fresh pasture, huh? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Thumb. Yeah, it's December 3rd. Yeah, December 3rd here in the Thumb of Michigan. And we got our first coating of snow. I think we got, I don't know, probably 3 inches last night. It all came pretty fast. It was about I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock. It was dark out when the blast really came in. But yeah, I noticed this morning let me turn this camera around here. The girls decided to help themselves to some fresh pasture. I'm not sure why. Maybe a deer got in there too. I'm not sure. But yeah, they kind of have that look like I didn't do anything. But wouldn't really bother me other than I want to see them clean up those bales they have there. So as long as nothing's really broken, I will go ahead and put the fence back up. But yeah, they're getting by with this bale grazing pretty good. They're keeping their condition. Hopefully they're all bred, and yeah, they're not getting skinny by any means. So this is my baby. She's my favorite. So yeah, these are all Holstein Hereford crosses. Got a friend of mine that owns a pretty good sized dairy farm, and he breeds the lower end of his cows to a beef breed of some sort. And I talked him into breeding me some Herefords, and he was happy to do it. Gave me a really good deal on the calves. A really good deal, and they're pretty cute. And yeah, I gotta breed the Holstein out of them, and I know that. And but it's a good start. And yeah, I'm gonna go see what's going on with this fence while they're not in there. Yeah, looks like somebody knocked her down pretty easy, pretty far. I had this in here just to give it a little bit of a hook. And then it looks like that end's still hooked up. Hopefully I don't get a zap while I'm doing this. Yeah, this is just a extension cord reel. It might have just fallen off of there too. But yeah, they help themselves. Yeah, there's a lot of grass underneath this. I mean, there's a lot of dead looking stuff, but you can also see some hay. They're all wound up now that I'm out here. Anyway, there's some green grass underneath all the dead grass and snow right now. It's kind of cool to see. Yeah, everything they said about this grass or this bale grazing, it's working. You can see well, there's remnants of one. There's one that got, probably over 50%. In fact, there's one on the far side there too. Yeah, I've said before, there's two different fields of hay here. I mixed them all together, and the bales that I didn't think they would eat, they tore right into them, and the other ones, they're leaving. So it's kind of just odd. Anybody figures out cattle though, you let me know. We'll write a book together. But anyway, yeah, that's about all there is for here. I just wanted to check this fence. Actually, speaking of checking the fence, I brought my fence checker out here. Just want to see if there's actually juice on this. Could have been a deer ran through here and knocked the fence down too. Yeah, we got juice. So yeah, they probably just either kind of forgot about it and ran through, or a deer ran through it. Hard saying. Anyway, I'm gonna go stoke up the wood stove and get on with my day. What are you guys doing? Huh? What do you say, sweetie? Just wanted to point out the this windbreak I made this summer. This building is a year old now, but the windbreak is new this summer. It was the wind would really whip through between the silo and this shelter, and yeah, I put this windbreak up there, and it really did the job. It was pretty windy last night when it was snowing, and it did the job pretty good. And then the other thing that I want to call a success is my water trough thing here. I think I gotta get a pitchfork and clean that straw out of there, but yeah, for the most part, that's working pretty good too. I haven't. I guess there's a little bit of ice out on the outside here, but the inside part's all still very thawed out. Yeah, what it is just a tank inside this calf hutch with some freezer strip on it, and I got straw packed around. Well, I had it packed around. Now it's inside there, so I got to pull that out. Anyway, so yeah, so far it's been a pretty uneventful winter, other than them knocking the fence down and helping themselves to more round bales. But I think that was more just out of playfulness than anything. Yeah, so far it's been a pretty mild winter. Like this morning I think it was like, yeah, 24, 25 degrees if I remember right, when I got up and looked at the thermometer. So yeah, I haven't burned near the wood I normally burn by this time. I'm not going to speak too soon, because usually when we have a mild start, it ends up not so mild finish. But yeah, part of my morning routine is stoking up the stove. Had 3 hours, and I don't know if that's 39 minutes or if it's 3.39 hours of burn time last night altogether, which is the amount of time that it actually runs. You know, the fans are running and whatnot. So yeah, it's like 25 degrees outside, but I just looked at my my thermometer there, and it's like 40 degrees in here. Yeah, I left the hatch open last night. I got up top there in the ceiling, I have a hatch to let the smoke out while I'm stoking this stove up. And I don't really close it too much when it's warm out, or on the warm side out. But I need to get in the habit of closing that. So here's what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's out, but as soon as I'll turn this, see, I can turn this ignition air on, which I usually do while I'm filling it. Anyway, that's what it looks like. I put this light there. It's just a floodlight that goes directly into the thing. There's without. I mean, it's daytime right now, so it's different, but there's with, so you can see better in there. Yeah, I'll go through and show you what I do and why I do it, I guess. Yeah, the one thing I try to do for sure is get all the creosote from around the doorway here. I think that's just a good habit to get into. Because you don't want all this stuff to build up anymore. It has to. Not only that, if you're in a hurry sometime and you don't have time to do it, if you do it every day and every once in a while you have to skip, well then it's not a big deal. But you don't want to have to do it when you're in a hurry. Last night the conditions were right and I did everything on the inside. But it's still a good idea to get as much as you can every time you open the door. Get all this off the door too. Yeah, this is just a simple scraper I bought from the hardware store. Didn't buy it for this, but one time I needed something like that and I had it, so now it stays out here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just kind of open up the exit hole a little bit and kind of stir up the coal bed. Scrape the stuff away from the sides where the air enters the firebox here. Okay, now I'll show you that again. So there's what it looks like now. Right where that log is going crossways across the screen right now in the front. That's kind of where the air, if you watch the flame close, you can see once in a while the air will, or the flame will actually go down. That's where, when that bypass door in the back is closed, that's where all the smoke and exhaust goes down. And you know, you can see along the edges, it's pretty much just fluffy charcoal right now that's along there, but that was what I do. I try to get the heavier ashes out closer to the hole going out, because that's where all the ashes end up, is in down here in the reaction chamber. But yeah, so that's where what's going on right now. Now to load it up. Yeah, last night I filled my little trolley up pretty good, just because we had this nasty weather coming in and I didn't know if it was going to keep snowing all night or if it was going to quit. No matter what the weatherman says, there's usually, you still have to kind of go off your instincts or prepare for the worst. Because, I don't know, over here on the eastern side of Michigan, I think it is along the, say, the west coast of Michigan, it's the same way, just opposite. But the lake really kind of makes its own weather. So, I mean, the weatherman's usually pretty close, but every once in a while it changes, and turns out he was wrong. So my mix of wood here, actually I got into some pretty good stuff. Most of this load is ash. I did have some oak. I don't have any oak out in the woods to cut, but every once in a while somebody will come along and give me wood, and that's where this is from. A friend of mine who hunts just down the road here. I don't know, he lives down in a, say, more populated part of Michigan. I wouldn't say he's a city, but compared to this he is. But anyway, somehow he got a hold of this wood or this oak, and I always wanted to burn some just to see what it was like. And yeah, he helped me out there. I don't know what kind. I'm guessing it's red oak. It's pretty dense. The rings are pretty close on it. It's seasoned pretty good, so it's not real heavy, but I think it could be. Yeah, he also gave me some, just this summer, he gave me some, what's that to make baseball bats out of? Pitchfork handles, stuff like that. Hickory, that's what it is. He gave me some hickory to throw in here, which is kind of nice. I always kind of joke about it, you know, when you get a wood stove, sometimes it becomes a curse, because people will say, hey, you want some firewood? And the best thing to say is, sure, cut it up and bring it over. Then they'll say, well, that's not really what I meant. But yeah, this guy is kind of nice because he does cut it up and bring it over. I've had to split it both times, but that's okay. He just unloads it wherever I want it, but he's a good guy. Glad to have him as a neighbor. So there's what it looks like now. That's plenty of wood for the day. Yeah, tonight I'll probably throw about the same amount in. Like when I started out today, there's probably more of a coal bed there than I'd like to see, but it's hard to regulate, you know, and you get a nasty day like that, you load up thinking, well, if it stays like that all night, I'm going to be in trouble. But okay, now I'm going to load my cart back up so it's a little bit warmer for when I throw it in tonight. Okay, so now, yeah, that's probably like a day and a half worth of burning there on the cart or the trolley, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so what did I say? It was 40 degrees in here. Yeah, a little over actually. So instead of being 25 degrees outside, it'll be 40 in here. So it'll kind of dry out, and it'll have basically some natural BTUs to warm the wood up, and therefore not have to that much less that it's got to burn just to be able to do its job. It's kind of funny when you stop and think about that, but you need heat to burn. And if your wood's at 0 degrees, it's has to warm up before it can burn. So anyway, yeah, so I got my hatch open up top. Here's my little lever mechanism. Doesn't work quite as good as it did when I first made it, but yeah, anyway, close that up. That way maybe it'll be 50 degrees in here with the sun shining in here and stuff. But yeah, my morning chores are about done. So yeah, that track is just barn door track. The hangers that hang that trolley are just barn door hangers. I just welded them in the top of the square tubes. Yeah, that block and tackle is used for just what you think it would be used for. There's that's where I hang my deer when I get them. I've had I don't know, regular season's over, and I got 3 does, I believe. I don't really buck hunt as much as I used to. I don't really care anymore. I mean, if a big one comes by, I'm going to shoot it. But so that little hook up there, that is for I got the block and tackle. If I only have one, I just leave it on the block and tackle. But this is it's kind of like a meat hook. So if I have more than one deer that I got to hang, I've got actually the block and tackle and then 2 of those hooks. So yeah, works out pretty good. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Kind of a nice little tour. Beautiful day today, or the 3rd of December. Yeah, I'm kind of wish I could just stay home and cut wood or something, but I gotta get to work now. Anyway, so thanks for watching Thumb Country Stuff, and if you guys, today's episode kind of jumped all over, kind of showed a little bit of everything. If there's anything you want me to go into more detail on, yeah, feel free to voice your opinion, because I still consider myself new at this, and I'm not really that great at it. But yeah, if you guys want anything you want to see or don't want to see, leave it in the comments and just let me know. And yeah, like I said, thanks for watching Thumb Country Stuff, and take her easy.